What is up, YouTube? This is me and my dog. I got her for the weekend. Well, she's not my dog. She's a family dog. She's my sister's, I guess you could say. This video is not about the dog, although it could be. It's actually about cameras. Camera talk. First off, I want to thank you guys for making the last one a resounding success. I didn't expect so many people to be interested in what I had to say about cameras and just nerdy stuff. So even though I didn't get a ton of views, I got a lot of good engagement from you guys. Thank you for commenting. I hope you do the same for this one. Yeah, whoops, let me get my camera in focus, sorry. Anyways, yeah, so for today, I thought, instead of going into more technical stuff, the next camera talk will definitely be very technical, don't worry about it. This one is a little bit more philosophical. I want to talk about what you can expect when you begin filming. It doesn't matter what skill level or age you are involving photography or video, whatever. If you're 15, 25, 35, you just started filming, if you've been, shooting photos for a little bit, maybe you're an iPhone photographer and you want to take it to the next level, get into the realm of actually making videos at a semi-professional or even professional level, I can tell you what to expect. Once again, I disclaim that I'm not the most experienced videographer out there. I've been shooting for about 10 years, but in the grand scheme of film, all the OGs are like old. I'm talking like 50 and 60. I'm still in some sense a beginner to the whole game, but I feel like given my age, how much I've worked and how many situations I've been through involving the business of filmmaking, that I can give some advice to all the young ones out there who want to just jump in head first but don't know what they're gonna encounter as far as like money issues or actually gaining clientele, if there's actually gonna be business or whatever. So I'm gonna try and help you guys out with that today, or at least give you some perspective on what my experiences were coming up through the ranks over the years. Difficult, coming from me because I started very young. It might be easy for you to take this with a grain of salt, but I can say matter-of-factly, don't let age get in the way of what you want to accomplish. If there's one creative field that there's no age limit on, I would say it is photography and videography. As far as, and when I say there's an age limit, I mean as far as trying to capture or gain an audience for your work. It doesn't matter if you're like 8 years old or 60, honestly. Like, you can find an audience for the videos that you want to make out there. Like, it exists. It seems weird, it might feel like there's no one out there who wants to see the things you make, but trust me, there are, especially if they're good. If you make good things, people would definitely want to watch them. Okay, let's go all the way to the core. Let's say you got your first iPhone and you want to start filming on that. You want to make videos on an iPhone, right? Let's ignore the gear conversation. Let's just assume that you have what you want to create a film. You have, the things you need. You have a camera, body, and a lens, and you have a good microphone, and you have like a small lighting, something like a kit or just a light. Maybe you just have one light that you're working with or whatever. But you have a vision. You have an idea for a film. What is the most difficult part of starting? Obviously, is going to be actually coordinating everything and making it happen and actually getting through the first day or whatever of shooting. I come from a background where creating BMX edits, those are things that take months to complete, which is not far from a regular film. It's obviously different in its organization because creating a BMX edit is like, that's a definition of running gun. It doesn't get any more like on the fly shooting than that. So it pretty much teaches you to be on your feet constantly and be ready to keep it moving at pretty much any second, because you don't know what's gonna happen. You might get kicked out. Someone might get injured. It's like, you see it all out there. So I'd say, like, as a beginner, you should not ignore opportunities that get you outside shooting something with a camera. Even if it's like, there's no real purpose or goal, even if you're just out shooting for the fuck of it, like the experience of being outside shooting and having to keep it moving, like keeping an eye on your gear and physically moving around to get better angles, being the only shooter trying to capture everything. You need to learn to rely on yourself only if you want to succeed as a filmmaker. It's all gonna boil down to you and your skills at the end of the day, regardless to how far you'll actually succeed in this game. So become independent, learn how to do everything, learn how to shoot, learn how to capture sound, learn how to edit sound, learn how to edit video. Please don't be a shooter that doesn't edit anything. Like, we have enough of those. Edit stuff that you want to edit and it won't be nearly as bad. If there's anything that's gonna kill your desire to remain in the game of filming and editing, it's gonna be getting stuck editing shit that you don't wanna be editing. It's gonna kill you on the inside slowly. It'll grip you on the neck and make you feel like you picked the wrong career choice, which is not a good feeling. Don't be scared to work for free. If there's anything else that I can offer to you, it's that when you are a beginner, don't worry about getting paid. Work for free on projects that you enjoy, that you take passion in creating, and that you feel will add something very beneficial to your overall body of work. That's what's really important. Like, I can't stress that, like, the money in filmmaking it's such an insane dynamic. Like, if you're trying to start this to create like a business, I would consider like a lot of other potential prospects, because it's not as clear cut as you think it is. A lot of ups and downs. Do it because you love it. I swear, that's the only way you're gonna find happiness in this craft, is if you enjoy doing it first and foremost, and that the money and every other aspect of it you figure out afterwards. Because once you sink your heart into it, it's gonna become evident. The talent will shine through on its own. The biggest mistake you could possibly make is like rejecting a project that could potentially set your career off because it doesn't pay anything or what you want it to pay. Like, there's been plenty of times where I bite the bullet on, you know, income because I feel like the project that I'm creating is greater than that. And look at the long run, see how it affects you further down the line. A lot of times just saying that you worked on something could be enough to like sink you a job that actually does make you a lot of money. So when you get that right opportunity that just sounds amazing, even if it doesn't pay enough or whatever, as long as the work is not too absurd, go for it. I would say don't spend your money on gear, but I'd spend all my money on gear. Above everything, if there's one thing I can tell you guys that's gonna help you more than anything when it comes to succeeding as a filmmaker. And I struggle with this myself. I'm still like, you know, trying to fully embrace the ethos of the statement. You know, filmmaking is it's a difficult niche to succeed in, so if you really want to make it, you need to completely envelop yourself in the craft and in the world of filmmaking. You need to dedicate all your free time to researching what's new and what are the latest trends, where you should be. Like, my personal belief as a filmmaker is that I should completely embody myself in the craft of filmmaking at all times. And I do. I surround myself with filmmaking. I'm constantly thinking about filmmaking, constantly reading articles about filmmaking. I'm watching other people's films. Like, there's not a time where I'm not thinking about my craft. 100% of the time, 24/7, I'm thinking about how to make better videos, what types of videos I could be making, and how I can make them. That's it. That's the only thing I concern myself with in my life. And I feel like just that alone has been enough to drive me to where I am now, and is gonna keep driving me to where I'm gonna go. That was really just like a stream of consciousness, if anything. I wanna try and keep these camera talks going with more cohesive information. Obviously, this one was just kind of like me trying to give you guys some information from my 10 years of experience. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's more than some. And as I keep going, obviously, I'll be able to share more information with you guys. So from here on, Camera Talk is where you're gonna hear it. But as always, as always, give me a subscribe if you like the video, thumbs up, whatever. I got more of these planned, like a lot more. I'm happy that the first one did well, like I said. Let me know what you think about this one, if you agree, if you disagree, what your thoughts are about filmmaking. Maybe there's some OG who could give me some information, I don't know. Anyways, more Camera Talks coming soon. Thank you for watching, peace.